the transition from university education to building business where you don't have any big anchor or a big maybe mentor is what I want to share with you today. We meet a lot of young minds in our country. What I've seen is that those with an education around the SS level or below, they understand that they don't have a lot of options. And so when they don't get any job and they want to start a business, they just move. And then we meet the ones with university degrees. When they want to start a business, they want to write a business plan, proposal, and they want an investor. They want somebody to give them capital to start a business. If you live on the continent of Africa, about 75-80% of our people are not employed. The countries that they educate us with their books and their standards in our universities, just about 10% of them are employed or built businesses. That should tell you something. That when you come out of the university, the chances that you will be employed, nobody should tell you. But it does not mean that there are not opportunities in our country. The only thing is that when you come out, you should come out knowing that you are on a journey to re-educate yourself if you want to build your own destiny. As a matter of fact, entrepreneurship, build your business. It's just about the only way to have financial freedom. We try to debate it. We try to analyze it, especially from the university people. When you come out of university after 20 years, you understand what I'm saying. And so once you're here, maybe I'll give you about 3 things that you have to focus on so that even when you're employed, you'll build your own financial freedom. Because in this life, when you grow, or as you grow, the option that you don't want to give to anybody is for anybody to have the final say on your money. And how do you do that? It's when you learn how to provide value to the market. And so the first one I would say is that you need a lot of self-confidence. And self-confidence is not just being on a stage and talking. It's being able to try an idea that comes to you from just the little green level and be ridiculed. If you don't build your self-confidence, you are not likely to have the courage to dare to try any idea that comes to you. And as Africans, one of the things that you need to build your self-confidence is to learn your history. And I'm not talking of 1957, colonial, Emina kind of history that we have been given. Go deeper than that. And I dare say, go to about 10,000 African history. There's something magical about learning your own history as an African. It rewires your brain, and you start to understand the world differently. So I throw that challenge to you. You live in a generation that you are so much fortunate that you can Google almost everything on your phone. Even if you don't trust it, you can see pictures. So build your sense of history. Because I'm sure, during engineering at Kwabena University, there was no history. The only ones that we were here were the Europeans. So I would ask, where were the African engineers? Are we saying that we didn't have them? Where were the African mathematicians? So do that, and you start to think differently. And one of the things that you will see is that your language will start to change. You start to see possibilities on our land. A people who have been built speak well of themselves and where they come from. But at the moment, if you meet a lot of our young boys, they will tell you that there's no opportunity in our country. It means that they don't see themselves as they should. The other thing that you need is build your own financial education. You cannot win financially until you re-educate yourself. When you go to school to study chemistry, physics, sociology, political science, you cannot build wealth and your financial freedom with that. You need to go and learn how to make money, how to keep money, how to multiply money, and how to invest money. If you don't do that, you can have all the hopes, but you will not be able to build wealth. The reason you don't see a lot of opportunities in our country is because financially you are not intelligent. I met a young man here today. He says that he doesn't have any parent. Do you know what he does? He's in a school. He's in first year. He says the boxes that they use to keep money in, susu box. He told me he has sold 200 of them. He sells phone accessories as well. And when he goes home, he's a trotro mate. And he gives money to people and take interest. He's one of you. Why is he doing that? Because there's nobody supporting him. One of the things that will prevent you from reaching your greatness and becoming ambitious is when you have a very comfortable background. When your fathers and your mothers are there, you can call your brother and they will have 500 Ghana to you. And you're 50, maybe you're 20 years or 18. As a matter of fact, the moment you enter the university, you should have source of income. Why? Even if you don't need the money, because it's a skill set that you build. Even if your parents leave you a lot of wealth, if you don't add up, they'll get finished. So educate yourself financially and educate yourself how to build business and wealth. We have a continent that everybody comes here to build, and we are looking for jobs. We need to switch that. And that will come from the education that you give to yourself. Don't just be happy looking for visa to travel out of our country. It's wealth that all nations are building. And they should not sacrifice us to build. And that will mean that build your own education. The education that they are giving us will make us subservient to everybody. Meanwhile, we have the greatest of wealth on all continents. So give yourself different kind of education. Re-educate yourself. And that is what we did. So we built businesses. We have retail shops. We built properties. We didn't use funding. Our own skills that we built. And from there, we started to teach. We started to write books. I've written 12 books. And all of them will go against the business courses that they teach you here. Because I'm telling you that you don't need capital to start something. All that you need is your intelligence, your network, your strength to dare to look at something in your community and start it. The other thing that you need is understand our culture, what works. If you see somebody say, Wache, and you want to come out with a business, but you want to go into AI, it's good. But look at the need for that idea and how you can scale it or spread it. If you cannot understand the culture, you cannot sell in the culture. And anytime that you're looking for business idea, if nothing at all, find something to sell. It starts from there. It starts from there. And commit to self-development constantly. You are here. I dare challenge you that at least every month, read a book outside your course. The difference between you and your mate in the next 10, 20 years will not be the course content. Will be the books that you read outside your course. Not for certificates, but for life. But for life. There is something that happens to your mind when you continue to feed on knowledge. And that comes from you reading. They should not catch you in your room, always watching movies, and feel bored. Because there's knowledge deficit. And you can see that in your decisions and choices all the time. There's a lot that we as Africans must learn and must know. A lot of the seminars that we do, we speak them in Twi. Many of them, if you have ever seen any of our programs. Why? Because the way to transform a people's life is to go to where they are. So any development or any product that you bring out, make sure that you bring it to the masses, to the people. We know you have gone to school, you speak English, but when you come out, bring the level to the language or to the level of the people and where the masses are. Any development, any product, any value that you create, the rare change that we can see in our society will come from where the masses of our people. And so as they say that, study your history. Read about finance. Study how to build a business. Study our culture. Our system is different. No matter what they say. We don't get credit card. We don't get car loans. We don't get mortgage. We build with our cash. And don't wait for help if you want to become great. Start with what you have. You have all that it takes to build that dream.